If you're watching this video, it might be because fish keeping just isn't as exciting as it used to be. You look at your tanks, you don't want to maintain them. You barely even want to walk by your tank to feed your fish. You very well may have fish keeping burnout. We're going to talk about what it is and what you can do about it. Hope you enjoy the video. Hello everyone, this is Jason from Primetime Aquatics. And yes, fish burnout, fish keeping burnout, it is a real thing and people experience it all the time. And we've been answering more and more questions about what to do when people just don't feel like keeping fish anymore. They're just not excited by their tanks anymore. There's a lot of advice out there. I'm going to provide some ideas for you, and one that is probably going to be controversial. So fish burnout, yeah, it pretty much sounds just like that. You don't feel like maintaining your tanks. You're just not paying attention to them the way you used to when they were new. You found other things to do. Life gets busy, and it's all you can do just to feed the fish and keep up with tank maintenance. So what do you do about it? Now, there's lots of advice out there, from buying new fish to getting another tank, because after all, that's exciting. And especially if you were new to the hobby, one of the things that probably brought you excitement was when you went out and got new fish. You pay attention to the tank more, you're more excited to look at it. And while that's true, if you're experiencing fish keeping burnout, that may not be the answer. Adding more responsibility to a hobby that is not bringing you the same excitement actually might be the wrong way to go. Same like if you want to add another tank. Another fish tank is just going to be more work, and it is going to be exciting for a little while until it becomes ordinary. When new things are exciting and then they become ordinary, sometimes they lose a little bit of their luster. And the last thing you want to do if you're feeling burnt out by the hobby is to add an additional fish tank, additional aquarium where you've got to do more maintenance. Now, there are a few things that might make a little bit more sense. Maybe do a little research. Find out if there is a different type of fish, maybe a different type of ecosystem that you want to set up, something that you're interested in that might bring you some more excitement. The other thing you can do is try something new in the hobby. Maybe you've never aquascaped a tank before. You think you're going to be horrible at it. And let's face it, you very well may be horrible at it the first few times you try it. But as you get the hang of it, as you start to really build an ecosystem, it becomes more exciting. This last thing that I'm going to say is probably one of the most important points of this video, and that is, if you are truly burnt out from fish keeping, break it all down. Just be done for a while. There's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I know for some of you, you see people on the internet like myself, or you see other YouTubers, and we're really excited by our fish and fish keeping. And I am. But I am not you. And sometimes you have a different life. You have different responsibilities, a different season in your life. There are other things that are taking priority. If you are truly burnt out by fish keeping and you find yourself not maintaining your fish tanks the way that you used to, not paying attention to the fish the way that you used to, it's not bringing you the same level of enjoyment, break the tank down, give those fish to somebody who will really enjoy them, care for them, and come back later. You don't have to sell your aquariums. You can break it down, dry it out, put it aside somewhere in a room or a garage, and come back to it when you've got more time and you want to enjoy those fish tanks. And if that never happens, then of course you can sell that stuff. But don't force yourself to keep fish because you think you just have to power through it and somehow magically it's going to get better. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but that doesn't make you less of a person if you just find right now fish keeping is not the thing that you have time for, and the investigation in new types of fish or new types of ecosystems doesn't excite you. Break them all down, come back later, enjoy life. The hobby is supposed to bring you enjoyment. It's not supposed to bring you stress. It's not supposed to be a burden. So I just wanted to address that because we have been getting a lot of questions about fish keeping burnout. Would love to hear from you if you've ever been burnt out by fish keeping. What did you do? What did you do to either get back in the hobby, regain your interest in the hobby? Would love to hear what you have to say in the comments section below. Appreciate you being here, and we will see you in the next one.